Hey guys, this is Tom again. I know there's a lot of you out there that probably want to know more about the setup that I have of the unit here. So what I have here is the Vittorazi Cosmo 300 engine mounted onto the FlyProduct Xenit trike. Now both of these are made in Italy and then shipped to the United States for us. So the Cosmos 300, the engine, is a two-stroke displacing 293.9 cc. Power output is approximately 3,600 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. The cooling system is liquid cooled. The starter, now this comes in a couple different modes. I bought mine with, it's called dual, so it has dual start. And so you can do either a electric start or the pull start. It also has dual spark, so it has two spark plugs. And I'll talk about more of that in a little bit. The transmission is an oil lubricated spur gear system with a centrifugal clutch, and that's about it. So let's do a walk around here real quick, and we'll see what we can look at here. So obviously here is the passenger seat, and they're going to put their feet here on these front bars right there. The pilot will put his feet here. There's also a brake right here. Then we have the pilot seat, and the gas tank is just under 5 gallons, excuse me. And then here's the Cosmos 300. Now let me give the prop a little turn here. So here you can see the dual spark. So you have the dual spark plugs. Talk about that again more on the control panel. It is water cooled. Well, I have the 150 centimeter prop, 3-blade. Here's the starter for it. I also have the Skylar strobes, which are built in. They are there. Here's one right there, and another one on this side. They also have your port and starboard lights on them. They're controlled from the panel, which I'll go over in just a minute. Okay, so you have these blade covers, prop covers, and they just slide on and off. The Velcro here. And we have our prop. So you can see it's not a direct drive. It does have a clutch, as we noted earlier. Let me give you another close-up of the engine without the prop covers. We also have right down here on the exhaust, we have an exhaust temp probe, and on the head by the spark plugs here we have the engine temp gauge. Okay, so now you're probably thinking, well, how do you get in and out of this thing? So to get in and out of it, you'll notice that there's really not a lot of space there to get in between the webbing. So what you're going to do, I always hang the throttle up here. What you're going to do is you're going to disconnect one side of the seat, let it hang down. And then you're going to slide your foot through, duck under here, then you're going to stand up, grab the seat, and connect it back up, and you're good to go. So this is about your seating position. You have plenty of room for your arms for the controls. You can see all your gauges up here very easily. And you have your multiple mounting points for tandem or solo. And these stay on here all the time. You also have your A-assist connectors here. Okay, so here we have the control panel. So over on this gauge we have our altitude, and you can just press this and then say dial this into 0 if this is where I was taking off from. And then on the right side you have your variometer, which will tell you how fast you're climbing or descending. Up here we have a gauge for your hour gauge, RPM, and then over here we have the engine temperature. That's going to be your coolant level. And then we have your exhaust gas temperature. This is what's going to be on the exhaust. We also have a button for the strobes. So you can see it's flashing. It flashes the same as the strobes. So we press it again, it does like a double. I think you see it on the faceplate here, kind of flashing. There's 3. And I tell you the truth, I'm not sure what this one does. I'll have to get out and look, but I can see the marker lights are on, but I'm not sure of the strobes, if they're on solid or not. And then we have off. So here we have our 2 magneto buttons. This is for spark plug 1 and spark plug 2. Well, the nice thing about having the dual spark is that if a spark plug fails in flight, you still have one holding you up, which most engines do not have. But you need to be able to test those. So when it's running, okay, so to test the spark plugs and the magnetos, you're going to press, say, number 1. It's going to short number 1 out, which means it should only be, the engine will be running on spark plug 2. If the engine would fail, that means spark plug 2 is bad. Then you'd come over here and press 2, so you're going to short spark plug 2 out. And if the engine failed, it means spark plug 1 is bad. So in both cases, if everything is good, they should stay running. Then you know both are good. So this is exactly what I'm seeing. You have good view all the way around. Of course, you can glance up at your control panel. Straight ahead is no problem. You can hear your A-assister hanging down right here. Connect up your hang points for tandem or for solo. And you also have an engine stop switch. Now, just like any other paramotor, you're going to have kill switch on your throttle. So here's your throttle, and this will also kill the engine. And of course your throttle. Let's see if we can start this up here. So switches are on, we got power, the engine's on. Starts right up. And you see the RPM, I think. Now you have a brake here that you can press. It'll hold you at full power. The movement that you saw there was actually the suspension pushing down. I wanted to show you the strobes from the outside. So let me turn those back on. Okay. There's our port and starboard light. And our strobe. Strobe up here. Strobe here. And let's change this mode. There's the 3. And you also had a 2. I just skipped it on this one. Now see what that 1 does. It turns solid here. Okay. So yeah, so they're on solid. Guess I might give you some light if you're trying to, it's getting dark and you're trying to fold up your wing. Might help. All right. So I want to give you a couple opinions, certainly my own opinions of this unit. I love the unit. It flies great. It's very smooth. Has plenty of power. Getting into it is fine. That's not an issue. I wish they sold a kit for the front. They have a bracket here, but I wish they sold a kit to put the throttle on the foot instead of in your hand. I know the next trike up they do have that, so I wish they sold a kit to be able to convert that. That would be nice. Just something else you don't have to hold. Oh, I also want to note that this does have a reserve parachute. That red handle is it. The other thing I wish that this had was a full encompassing loop around the prop. I know why they have that open. It's really for breakdown and for transportation. If that loop was all the way around, it probably would not be so easy. You'd probably roll on that cage. So okay, that's it for the Xenit and the Cosmos 300. If you have any questions, certainly feel free to give me a call. And I'd like to put a shout out there to One Up Adventures out of Florida. They are great instructors and they sell the equipment. And if you would like any information, you can contact me or you can contact them for training. Okay? Hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.